Welcome to the tutorial series of this scroll modeling. This is a basic model. I just googled it and found it out. And the other thing I would like to highlight is we are not going to model as it is. We'll add some changes because this is a basic and like an introduction to modeling, unwrapping and texturing using wide variety of tools like Maya, Mudbox, Quixel and all the stuff. Okay. Now when we start analyzing this model, it's a cylinder, 1, 2, and 3 models. So if you model 1, now you can always duplicate it, and this is the base. All these edges you can extrude it, and this the basics, this alphabets and all things you can go for texturing and also create a normal maps. Right? I just downloaded this image in Maya. I copied this image onto a plane and I kept it. I copied it in a layer, and if you check it out, if you check the attribute editor, see it has got everything clean on all the stuff except this history. So I'll just say modify freeze transformations. History is there and freeze transformation. I'll put in reference mode. Now first we'll do the base model, the map. It's a cylinder, so I'll create a cylinder inside view. Okay, now if I come back to the perspective view and check the properties in channel box, the polycylinder one, the radius is 5.43. It is means this is approximately 10 centimeters because each grid is 1 centimeter, and I don't think a scroll is 10 centimeters. It's too big. It should be approximately anything around like 6 to 8 centimeters, so I'll just go for 3.5 centimeters. And the height, it is something between 15 to 18 centimeters, so I'll go for 16 or 15. I'll go for 15. Okay, I just typed 6. Now once it is done, as this is a detailed model, I don't want to compromise on the subdivision axis. I'll leave it to 20. I'll come back to the side view and select this faces, delete it because I don't need it. Okay, next thing is that what I will do is that I'll try to add a loop. If I go to mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, I'll add a loop here and here. So if you check one for this one, okay, once it is done, I'll select one face, shift double click, one face, shift double click the adjacent face and extrude it and move it out using Z axis, Z translate. Once it is done, now we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So what I'll do is I'll just go back to mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box. I'll activate multiple edge loops and I'll go for 4. Okay, you may be asking that Ram, you want 5 but you're going for 4. See, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Now I'll reset this to leave it. Next thing is that I got a couple of more embossed edges everywhere. So what I'll do is that I'll come back to this mesh tools. There's one tool called offset edge loop tool. Okay, reset, just one thing, close it. I can click on offset tool, click on this edge and come closer. I think this width is okay. Now come closer. Sorry. So you need to click on this edge and you can squeeze it. So once it is done, we don't need the center edges. Just double click, shift double click, shift double click, shift double click, delete it. So now clean. Now what I'll do is I'll check. I'll go back this one. I'll put it exactly the center. Now if you check here, there's a difference in size. So what I'll do, I'll just create one cube and activate this guidelines so that I can see it here. Okay, now select this vertices. I'll scale a little bit out. I'm happy. Now select this object, Control A, move it here. Then if you use Shift D, it will create exactly the same spacing. So I'll click here, scale it a little bit back, move it, select these points. Yeah, this looks fine. This was a little bit back. Scale it. Now drag everything the center points and click backspace or delete, because if you see here, there was some, when we deleted these edges, there are still, the vertices are still there, so I deleted it. Once it is done, now go to face mode, select the one face, double click, one, double click, one, double click, double click, and then extrude it. Once again extrude it outside, a little bit like this for these edges. So if you check it out, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now we need to create extrude for this effect, so I'll just select face, the extrude here. I'll just pull it a little bit out, scale it a little bit inside. Okay, can I see? So this is fine. Okay, but I need a little bit round effect here, a little bit of like depth effect. So what I will do is I'll just go back to mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box, click on multiple edges. This time I just need one, exactly the center. So click, 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 click. Once it is done, close this thing, resetting, and close it. Edge, double click, so double click, double click, double click, and double click. Now click on scale. Now I would like to scale this, all these edges in Y and X. I don't want it to scale uniformly. Oh, I can do it. Sorry. Maybe out of excitement, I forgot that this can be easily done. So I just scale it outside because I wanted to show the other thing that, let's take, I want to scale only in Y and Z axis. I don't want to scale in X axis. So I can hold Control and drag the X axis. Means you're avoiding X scale. So it's scaling only the other two axes. Right? Now this model is ready. Now edit, delete by type history, modify freeze transformations. One done. Now we'll work on this one. So come back here, create one more cylinder. I'll move it to the side. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just select this one, keep it in one layer, store it. We don't need these cubes, delete it. This was just for the scaling. Now if you check here, I'll just scale a little bit big. So I got this effect. Okay, I'm not going to model all this, I'm just randomly. So here, once it is done, I'll select these faces. See that you select only this side faces. Now click on scale, then click on extrude, then click on scale, that is R tool, scale it down. Can you see now? This one, I scale it down, G, pull it out. Once you pull it out, there's one more G, scale it down, then G is repeat tool, I'll pull it out. This time I'll scale a little bit down so that you will get a little bit angle effect, something like this. Now G, scale it down. Can you see? Now you need to extrude for this effect. G, scale it down. Okay, now I will work on the same style effect. Just move it, scale it down. G, little bit scale it. G, pull it out, scale it down. I told you now I'm going to change a little bit. I'm not going to follow as it is. So now scale it down. Okay, once it is done, now I select the faces on the other side. Extrude and scale it down and delete it because I don't need that face. Now if I switch the hide my surfaces, now you could see something like this. I'll push it, pull it out like this. Now if you see here, I need to pull out some edges, so I'll just move it out. So you can see this one. So I double click this edge, shift double click this edge. I'll scale it a little bit out so that I get some angle. Okay. Then, okay, I'll just scale it a little bit big so that I can go back to mesh tools, insert a loop tool. Okay, that's fine. Now come back here, zoom. Now see. Okay, now I'll select this edges because I need to create this effect. So come here, extrude, scale it down like this. G, push it inside. Okay, now delete the history. You can apply mesh display, soften edge. The same thing I'll apply. Delete by type history. Now I want to freeze the transformations and I want the pivot exactly at the center, because if you check it here, it's exactly placed at the origin, the center. So I'll select this one, modify, reset transformations so that the transformation pivot goes exactly to the origin, Control D, and -1 in x-axis, so you got the duplicate copy. Okay, now this is your model. File, save your model, scroll model. Right, if you want to rework on a little bit of this thing, let's say you think that, oh, I need to have a little bit more depth, you can always scale it. Okay, but as of right now, we'll stop at this level of modeling, and in the next tutorial we'll work on unwrapping. Cheers man, bye.